Hi everyone, I'm Shripriya. You can call me Priya. I grew up in India and in 2021, right after COVID or in the middle of it, I got the MEXT Scholarship and that's when I moved to Japan as a master's student. So when I got enrolled into Tokyo University, it's one of the top 5 universities in Japan. So the kind of network you get when you're in a university like that is pretty great. It's extremely safe, it's extremely clean, the quality of life is pretty good, and all of these choices kind of made it clear why I would want to move to Japan. Currently I'm working as an AI engineer for a startup in Japan. It's called Corti. So from my time in India when I was doing my bachelor's in computer science, I think the average package would be around 6 to 10 lakhs if you're not from an IIT. And for Japan, it's obviously like 25 to 30 lakhs, so about like 3 to 4 times jump compared to India. For instance, I get about 400,000 a month deducted after the taxes and all the health insurance is done. Every month I spend on average 200,000 and I'm able to save 50% of my salary. The first time I ever thought of moving abroad, it was actually in my 11th and 12th. I got to know about the exam called SAT or SAT. And at that time, I kind of introduced this concept to my parents, but the fees was extremely high. So I told my parents I really want to go, but they're like, we cannot afford it. And then I kind of had to do the JEE route. But that thought kind of never left my mind because I was interested in machine learning and AI. I wanted to do a research-based master, and the countries that kind of offer that are a bit limited. Japan was not the first choice, but US I did not want to go because of safety issues and the political climate. So I applied for colleges in Germany and other parts of Europe, and then I applied in Japan as well. A lot of my seniors went through the MEXT Scholarship or the JICA scholarship route, so I knew a little bit about it. MEXT Scholarship is worth around, I would say, 50 lakhs for me, including the tuition fee, airfare and everything. Coming to the stipend part, as a master student, I would get around 146,000 yen a month, which is 80 to 90,000 rupees. That will cover your expenses such as your rent, your grocery. So basically, from the moment you come to Japan to the moment you graduate, it's all free. The cost of studying in Japan or living in Japan is way less than UK or US or Europe. It was about 300,000 yen a year, which is I think 1.5 lakh rupees, close to that. That's per year cost. So if you add that up, it would be like 3 to 4 lakhs in terms of tuition fee. And a lot of universities, they provide tuition fee waivers if your performance is good enough or if you cannot afford it. So that's pretty good. Even if you don't get the scholarship, I think you can make your way in Japan with way less money than US or UK. So when I applied, I think about 2,500 people applied and 25 people got in. So about 1% acceptance rate. Ever since then, MEXT Scholarship has become popular and Japan has become a destination for people. I think the applications go up to 4,000 or maybe 5,000. The process itself, I think it takes about 6 months to 1 year. Just to give you context, MEXT has embassy recommendation and it has university recommendation. In the first one, embassy recommends you to the university, then you get admitted. And in the second one, you apply directly to the university, and if the university recommends you to MEXT, you might get it. If you're coming to Japan, English is not their primary language. So when I came to Japan, I kind of understood that. Actually, like one time from an Indian store, I ordered a package, okay? And that guy, he came to my hostel, but I was in the lab, 20 minutes walk. So I was telling him like, I'm on the way, like, can you wait 5 minutes? I'll come and pick it up. He did not understand. And then he left because he's Japanese. And then my aloo bhujia kind of like went away from me. So that was the moment when I thought, okay, I need to be able to speak at least this much Japanese that I'm coming in 5 minutes. But I know a lot of people who have refused to learn any Japanese. They come, they do their masters and they leave. And for them also, life kind of worked out. For STEM roles, for like development roles, you don't need any proficiency. So even if you speak a little bit, that's okay. That's never the expectation. For people who are looking for bilingual people, so let's say in marketing or advertising, they want you to be able to have a client interaction. And that comes at about N2 level of proficiency. So to give you context, Japan has like 5 levels. There's N5, which is the easiest one. And then N1 is the native level. N2 is business level Japanese, where you're able to study and talk in technical Japanese, which is required for client interaction. So I graduated in March of 2024. After that, I did an internship from July 2024 to, I think, March of 2025. So for the AI field in Japan, the salaries for internships are usually by per hour basis. For me, it was around 2,000 yen per hour, which is, I think, 1.5 lakh rupees a month. So I landed a full-time job in Japan in May of last year. So it's been a year since I've been working. I got it through the people I met at my internship program. A lot of them helped me network, and that's how I landed the interview. Starting salaries in Japan are pretty standard. If you work for a Japanese company, they would be around 4 to 6 million yen a year. But apart from that, you also get a bonus, which is 2 or 3 times of your salary, and your pension and your healthcare, your commute allowance, all of that is included within the package as well. Ever since I started, initially I was put on a 1-year contract, which is very common for Japan. So for me, because they liked my performance, they made it a permanent contract. And permanent contract in Japan is a big deal because their labor laws are so strong that they cannot fire you ever. Like, you'll have to do a pretty big thing for you to get fired. So that is why permanent contracts are rare, and it's, I would say, a part of the growth in terms of stability and security. Coming to the financial part of it, apart from the bonus, the growth is low. It's about 3% growth every year if you stay on the same position. When you switch positions, then there's a 10 to 20% growth. And also, if you switch companies, I think it's easy to get 20% hike at least. As you might know, that there is a dark side to Japan where people do overwork a lot, and it is kind of expected out of Japanese people. The government is, I think, actually trying their best to kind of get rid of such a culture. They're trying to promote a 4-day work week. In fact, I think some companies did try to implement it. Having said that, I think for Japanese people, it could be pretty tough. I would not deny that. For somebody like me, somebody who does not look Japanese or is not Japanese, the expectations are far lower. So nobody expects me to work overtime, and nobody expects me to stay at one company for 40 years of my life. Even if I switch after 2 or 3 years, it's generally like pretty good. Nobody questions your motivation as to why you're not in the same place and why is it not stable. But what makes it worth for me, I think it's the quality of life, and it's the security you get in Japan. So by security and safety, I mean I can go at any time out, and I can wear whatever I want, and I know that nothing is going to happen to me. In fact, I've lost my wallet, I've lost my laptop, I've lost my passport like a couple of times. I've put them in the train and then I forgot to take the bag out. I got the bag within 5 hours. I don't know if there's any other country in the world where that could happen. Also, the healthcare, it's subsidized, so you only pay 30% of the total bill. It's not like you have to pay the whole amount and then you'll get a reimbursement. You might get it or you might not get it. It's not like that at all. I think all of these things make it a pretty sweet deal to live in Japan. And I know, like, because I've been living in Japan, and it has spoiled me so much that it's really difficult for me to now travel anywhere. Like, my mom, to this day, she would tell everybody, oh, my daughter, she got a scholarship. She went to Japan for free, and they were very, very happy. But now, as they're growing old, I think they really want me to come back to India. And now I've gotten so used to Japan that I just cannot survive India.